Hello, welcome to the Spreecast. Who have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 8 people. Fantastic. Can you hear me okay? Hello, Jenny. Fantastic. So, quick questions. Are you hyperventilating in the fetal position because you need to know the Samoan national anthem in Samoan in 4.5 days? Or maybe you're realizing that all the research is true, that your brain finds it much easier to recognize than to recall. So when you hear the anthem, you can recognize all the sounds, but then when asked to sing it, it's a bit... Or maybe you're just here because you're curious to see what we're doing in this video. Whatever the situation is, you are very welcome to be here. What we have today is... Da, da, da. I'm Wesley Costabel, and our aim today is, for the Samoan anthem, is for you to have the basic sounds in the right order. You will then need to practice and polish and perfect, but you'll have the basics in place by the end of this Spreecast, and it'll all be easy and it'll probably be fun. What you need to have with you need to have a big sheet of paper, unlined if possible, and something to draw with. Ideally, it will be colored, such as colored pens, markers, crayons, whatever you've got. It's good too if you have some room to move around. And ideally, you will be familiar with the tune because you've been trying to learn the words. So you're at the point where you at least can hum the Samoan national anthem. This is also a good time to work out, if you haven't already, how to move the screen so that it's full screen, because that'll make it easier for you to see the flip chart. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Resli, and I work to help people be more effective and enjoy more joie de vivre. I do that as a speaker and as a trainer and as a coach. My background is in psychology. Now, you should know my main skills are not teaching this sort of stuff, and this is my third Spreecast ever. I mainly work on managing your relationships with others, such as your communication and relationships, and how you are with yourself. So I normally would apply that to creativity, presentation skills, credibility, confidence, and charisma, that sort of stuff. This is rather new to me, and I don't know any languages except English. But I want to apply my knowledge of psychology to help you learn these anthems. So here's how we're going to do it. We have an agenda. Step one. This is a picture of your brain. Get a little closer. And it's got a big heart around it because I'll be teaching you some tools that your brain will love. And if you've already been on the Spreecast I did for learning the New Zealand anthem in Maori, this won't be a complete repeat, I promise you. So first we'll look a bit at those. Then we will go through step by step, and then you will have some home play. Home play being things you can do at home to help you learn this anthem more effectively. I will be taking into account that some of you were already on the New Zealand anthem course, and you may have already done your own pictures and things for Samoa using those techniques. If you have, that's absolutely fine. What I would ask, please, is as we go, let me have some feedback, please. So type questions, comments, let me know how you're doing. By the end, you will not know the Samoan national anthem by heart or be able to sing it at full speed or have the pronunciation perfect, but you will have the bones in place. You will have the basic sounds, you will have them in the right order, and you will have more confidence so that you can play with it over the next few days using the home play. You'll be fine for Sunday, which means you will be able to participate when we sing at Wembley. Anyone who's watching this who has no idea what I'm talking about, this is for the Olympic Games Maker Choir. We're singing at Wembley, and we're really excited about it. So, some of the tools. This is highly active learning. Learning isn't something that I can do to you. It's something you need to participate in. So that's your brain up there, by the way. So it's going to be very active. We will make it multi-sensory. What you may have been doing is trying to learn the song by listening to it a lot, singing along, repeating, and you may be getting a little frustrated that it's not sticking. So we're going to do things that make it stick. We will do still the singing and listening and repeating, but we additionally, where's my green marker? We will be dancing our own Samoan hula in order to make the learning kinesthetic so that it's more physical. We will be drawing and we will be creating. As we do this, you need to get your emotions involved. If you think back to the last rehearsal, I bet the bits you remember are the bits that had some emotion. Frustration or happiness at hugging somebody, laughing at seeing Liz with Lindsay's face over her on the iPad. It's all the things that create emotions that Elizabeth Loftus has found help create our strongest memories. So there will be a lot of this that is extremely silly. There'll be some that is shocking. It may not be terribly politically correct, and it will be funny and ridiculous. out the entire anthem, every little sound by every little sound. We'll be creating triggers so that you can remember, oh yeah, I remember how that works. We will also be using links so that you have all these different sounds and concepts and can link them together so that they flow more easily. It won't be exact, just the same as when you do your hula. It won't be an exact dance that acts out every little bit, but it will be enough to get you remembering it. There's also a concept called chunking. Bell Laboratories did some research way back, big American phone company, to find out how many numbers people could remember. This is when they wanted to decide how long a phone number is going to be. And they found that most people can remember chunks. Maybe you can reinforce your links. And if you find an idea or image that I've used that you think, oh, that works better, use that, especially if it's a bigger chunk. Just make sure that you create good links with what you already have so that it's nice and strong. If what you have is working for you, keep using it. I'm not showing you the right way to do this. I'm just showing you one way to do this. Any questions so far? So I'm just having a quick look here. Okay. Can you hear me okay? I know we're having a little bit of, I've had a network warning message. Could you please, if you can hear me, type something? Ah, you can now. I'm back. Oh dear. Okay, you missed some. Quick recap. Very high level. We're going to use brain-friendly working. We'll work with how your brain works. If you've already done pictures for this based on what you learned with the Maori Spreecast, it's fine to use your pictures. I'm not showing you the one correct way. Or if there's something that I've done where you think, oh, good, I'm going to use that, great. Lift it, use it. Just make sure you create really strong links with what's before and after it so that it all flows together. Because if it's a series of little separate things, it's much harder to learn. So, keeps cutting out on you. Oh no, Sarah, I'm sorry. I'm going to steam ahead and do my best. So let's get started with this anthem. And I've listened to your feedback where you said you wanted landscape style paper. So we have it landscape. Hope you can see that okay. I'm just getting my 400 markers assembled. Okay, what I've started out with is a lawnmower, which is facing this way. So there's the handle. Mower, let's give it some wheels. A little bit of grass shooting out the back. If you draw several different mowers in your images, I encourage you to draw them in the same color scheme each time. Makes it easier to remember. So that becomes a chunk of information. Oh yeah, that's a mower, instead of having to think about it. Hey, Barry, I just saw that you showed up. Welcome. Excellent. So we have a mower, and this mower is, it's a little bit crazy, people. You could say it's doolally. Riding the mower, by the way, if you don't know what I'm doing, it'll all become clear in a moment. Riding the mower, because it's one of those ride-on mowers, is this friend of my mother's named Marcy. We'll give her a big bottom. And Marcy has seen several bands. In fact, her favorite, I don't know if you remember that 70s band, ELO. Well, it's kind of ELA now, but yeah, ELO. And bit of a guitar band, the Foo Fighters. I'm even going to draw a little plate of egg foo young on there. Well, just a plate with some chopsticks to help me remember. That it's the Foo Fighters. And let's just play a little of this song so you can hear where I'm going. So we've got Samoa, Doolally, Marcy, Ciela, Fua. Where does she see it? Well, it's this nasty little basement dive, and it's down low. So I'm going to draw it lower. I'm going to leave space in the middle because I'm going to draw something else in there. And there's the palette. Who did she see it with? Everybody's favorite hairstylist, it's Princess Leia from Star Wars. The thing about Princess Leia is her left eye, as I face it, is normal, but her right eye is vast. So I'm going to draw a huge right eye. On Princess Leia. Samoa Tulai Masisi Iala Fua Lo Pale Leia. And like you then. Da, da, da. Oh, okay, just reading your messages. And we have a little dance. I encourage you, don't just watch this. Do the dance. When you learn physically as well as intellectually, it's much easier. So I'm going to do this without the music. But for the first part, got another message. Barry can see and hear but can't enter. Okay, that's fine, Barry. And thank you for passing on the message, Anne. Barry, Anne, listen, Barry, if you have any questions or anything, could you let Anne know? And Anne, could you pass them to me? And I'm sorry, I know that's cumbersome, but it may be the best we can do at the moment. So here's my dance. for Samoa Doolally. I've got a lawnmower and I'm doolally. I'm running in circles. Samoa Doolally, my CC, and I'm acting out the same, my CC ELO. Now, I have no idea what kind of band ELO was. I think they had a piano player. So I go into the piano, then I go into a bit of air guitar for the Foo Fighters, and then Lo Pale Leia. Get right down here and do the Princess Leia hair. Ah, thank you, Anne. So, all together now. You ready to dance? I'm going to crank up the music. You do it twice. The second time, it's with the vast eye. Samoa Tuani Masisi Ialafua Lopalea Samoa Tuani Masisi Ialafua Lopalea I realize this is completely ridiculous. You don't have to do all the moves for every little bit, by the way. As you build up bigger and bigger chunks of learning, you'll remember it without having to do it. So, da, da, da. So we've got Princess Leia with her vast eye. If you can't see the flip chart clearly, that's okay. You can draw your own stuff, or you may already have better ideas that work better for you. That's completely fine. And next, I remember when I was a kid, we used to do that eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. And I use that, ina, is the next pair of sounds. So right under Princess Leia, because that's where her hands would be, I draw the ina. And then the next sounds are fetu, which to me sounds a little like face you. Oh man, face you. So we have two faces. And they look at each other. And first they look at each other and think, oh no! Do you ever run into somebody and it's suddenly like, ah! It's oh no! So I've got an exclamation mark. Ah! Make it as colorful as you can, people. And then we have a football between them. By the way, a few people wrote to me last time saying I'm not very good at art. That doesn't appear to hold me back. Don't worry about it. This isn't about artistic talent. So we have a football, which reminds me of Eric Cantona. Back when Eric Cantona was playing, the fans would chant. Maybe you remember what they would chant. Ooh, ah, Cantona. Ooh, ah, Cantona. And I kind of knew this anyway, because it's like face you, oh no. Ooh, ah, like, oh good, it's you. But having the football just makes it that little bit easier to remember. So, va'ai, ina, fetu, oh no. Ooh, ah. Then further down on Princess Leia, we have her knees. That's a knee. I don't know what she's got going on at home, but she's got this tongue on her knee going, ah. Another knee, ah. You can see where the dance is going. And you ever thought what it would be like for someone to lick your eyeball? Think about it now, because that'll make a weird emotional memory that's easier to remember. because that tongue is licking an eyeball. Don't do any eyelashes yet, but you can just draw the eyeball with the center. For the sound, I, excuse me, clearing my throat. I've got a horrific cold at the moment. Now, the funny thing about this eyeball is, instead of normal lashes, it has like lashes on one side that go in this direction, lashes on this side that go in this direction. It's a Lay's potato chip, or crisp for British viewers. And this crisp has a stem on it. So it becomes a musical note. Fa. Let's see where we're up to with the music. Let me back it up slightly. So we've got her vast eye. Va-I, ina, fetu. Oh no! Ooh, ah, ni, I. Le, fa. Let me run that again. It's time to dance! Get your dancing shoes on, people. You don't have to do it this way. This is just how I do the dance. So I'm down here, lo pale lea, and I start doing the big I right here, and that reminds me, as I'm standing up, that the next bit is va-I, vast I. Oops, got a message here. Can't write because I'm too busy snickering about the licking the eyeball thing. Good, you'll remember it. Andrea needs to leave. Bye, Andrea. Have fun with your singing. Where were we? We were down at the bottom of the palelea with the vast I. Va-I, ina, vetsu. Oh no! Oh, nia, I. Do it however you want. Let's do it slowly. You can make up your own dance. This is your very own Samoan hula. So, palelea, va-I, ina, vetu. Oh no! Ooh, nia, I. Ready for the music? Wherever we start, you can start just playing around with doing your dance then. And go ahead and mess it up. This is training. You're not supposed to get it right now. The more ridiculous, the more you'll learn. Now, where is this sound coming from, you may be wondering? This fa. Glad you asked. Just going to move my paper over. This sound, this fa, is blaring out of a car. Please do not draw who is in the car, but you can draw the outline if you wish. I'm not sure this is the worst drawing of a car in history, but it's up there. And this is not a car that is owned. It's just a loaner. Alona. And there in the car is, oh yeah, she gets around. It's Princess Leia. Uh-huh. Draw that funky hair. You know, if I thought of it, I'd have done my hair that way for this spreecast. No, I wouldn't. It's Princess Leia. And she's got her arm hanging out of the car because she's holding on to something, which is going to be on the next sheet. Now, whenever you need to change, if you need to change over to another sheet of paper, if you've run out of space, there are a few options. One option is just change the shape of what you're drawing. You know, she could have a weird arm that comes down here, or she could be reaching over to here. You can do it however you want. So one option is to change the shape. The other option is get yourself another piece of paper, and it helps if you can attach them to one another, but it's not essential. And let the drawing flow across it. So you'd have the same arm reaching across. Or if you're still on the sound waves from the Lona car, you could just let the sounds start off on one page and then go over onto the other. So let me... Okay, so there's Princess Leia in the Lona. And what is she holding? She's got something. Now let me get the arm going across here. She's holding a scroll. A scroll like in Old England when they would say, "Oyez, oyez, oyez," because those are your next two sounds. Oyez. And Sarah's using a roll of lining paper. I love it. And we're all going to wear our hair like Princess Leia. Fantastic. So she's saying, "Oyez, what's this news that she has? It's a tsunami!" Ah! And this visually is quite easy to connect. Intellectually, the news is about a tsunami. So I'm going to draw a little wave in there. Visually, it's similar shapes to the edge of the scroll. So it's a tsunami. And this tsunami is flooding something. And if you think of your house and what appliance you might least like to have flood the entire building. Ooh, yeah, it's a loo. I'm just going to draw the bottom part for now. We're gonna save the rest. Won't that be something to look forward to? So, there's the seat. The lid is up, and the lid is very distinct. I'm going to draw it quite dark as a big O. Now the tank behind it, not so dark, and the little lever is going to be shaped a little like an apostrophe. So we have, now let's see if we can get this. Nia nia I, le fa. That sounds coming out of Alona. Leia is in the car. And she's holding Oye. Sunam. And it's not really a lu, it's sort of a liu. You'll hear it. It's a little bit strange. Now, where I live, we have, I live in an old Victorian house, and there's a little outdoor area that used to be where the outdoor loo was. It isn't anymore. It's now where I keep the lawnmower. So I've kind of drawn that little room, which helps remind me of the lawnmower. And the lawnmower is going to be facing that way. using the same colors as before for the lawnmower, because it makes it easier to remember. I'm going to throw in a little grass coming out. And there's another mower over here facing the other way. Also with grass flying out the back. Who could be maneuvering these two lawnmowers? Visuals breaking up. Okay. Not sure what to do about that, except to say when we did the first spreecast, thank you for letting me know as well, Anne. When we did the first spreecast, people couldn't see the visuals pretty much at all, but they just made up their own, which is great. Again, I'm not doing this the correct way. I'm just doing this a way. I've just closed some things to see if that helps. So you have two lawnmowers facing in different directions. I'm just jotting you a note. Can you hear me and can you see me? I'm back! Fantastic. I didn't even know I'd gone. So let's do a little recap. Alona Lea, Oye, Sunam Leo, Samoa, Oi! Samo. Shall we dance? Again, this isn't the correct way to dance. This is just how I do it. So we've got la nia nia I. I don't really have a dance for the lay fa, the lay potato chip, and then the note fa. I've kind of chunked up so I remember it. The next thing is the Lona, Alona Ka, with Leia in it, saying, oh yay. And for tsunami, I just go straight into a swimming motion. And then I flush the loo. And I've got a moa, oi! Moa. Make up your own dance. So let's do it. Please stand up. Get going. Oh, we've got a ha. Let's take it from nia nia I, really slowly. Ni a I. If you want to come up with a dance for lay fa, go right ahead. Got a lay potato chip and the note fa. Then Alona, this Lona Ka. Leia. Point to far away. Yes. That would work. Point to far away. Go for it. Good one. I love your creativity. Where was it? Leia. Oye. Here's my Sanam. And the loo. Gonna flush the loo. That becomes a moa. So I've got a moa. Oi! Moa. Let's try it with the music. Tell you what, let's try it all the way through. Let's see if I can get us past the intro music a little bit. Get ready to dance.
Samoa tulani masisi ala fua la palea. Samoa tulani masisi ala fua la palea. Ai ingase su olo o ani ani ai ole fa lo malea o Yesu namali o samo o samo stop the music.
I can only hope that that's offended some people. Now, under each moa is a different animal. Under one moa, because they've kind of run over them, and it's getting messy. Jan just sang that without looking at the words. Yes! Yes! And I love that you're jumping up and down in joy. Celebrate your successes. If you look at it as, oh no, I haven't learned the rest of it, or I missed a bit, you're not helping your brain. Your brain needs the endorphin rush. It needs the dopamine. It needs all the technical chemical stuff that helps you feel good. When you're relaxed and feeling good and enjoying it and having that I got it feeling, it's so much easier to learn. It's more fun. So what does the mower run over? Well, it's a terrible shame. It has run over a monkey. I can't remember who I ripped off this idea from. It was one of you. So here's my monkey. This is like the world's worst monkey. Monkey's looking a little distressed. Hey, you'd be upset if you'd just been trashed by a lawnmower. So we've got blood spurting out. Make sure you get a good load of monkey. Oh, maybe he's had the top of his head lopped off. Yeah, I like. What do monkeys say? Never do that with a sore throat. They say "i'uma'u, i'uma'u," which happens to be the next sound. Then the next thing that this lawnmower is running over is a chicken. And I'm going to draw my chicken facing this way. So I'm going to give it a nice orange beak, and the beak is open. The beak is open. And draw the rest of my chicken. I know the French for chicken isn't really "lau poulet," but that's close enough. And that's the next sounds in our anthem. Iu ma'u, lau poulet. And oh yeah, make sure you show your chicken looking a bit ripped up by the lawnmower. Oh, poor chicken. Oh, it's just blood and gore everywhere. Oh, this is terrible. Poor chicken, she says with a lack of sincerity. So la poule has its tongue hanging out, because it's saying ah, like at the doctor. And hang on, cough break. Yeah, and down here is, this is going to be the back tire of a car, but it's also another note facing the same way as the one before, making the same sound as the musical note before. Do you remember what the musical note was? fa. Laupule a fa. And this is inspired by one of my clients. Going to draw this red racing car. Yeah, fa, there you go, Anne. I'm going to draw a nice long car, partly because it's a racing car, and I think they're kind of shaped like that. Partly because it gets me back over to the other side of the page. See how I did that? Another big wheel at this end. With thanks to one of my clients for the inspiration for this. I was working at Lotus this week. Like Lotus race car folks. I'm going to draw a little driver in there. And the driver has a horn. I know race cars don't normally have the capacity to beep at each other, but this one does. I'm going to draw sort of like a cartoon sound bubble, but it's kind of spiky because it's it's a real horn. And the horn goes, awa! Laupule afa. Vavau. What a car. Vavau. Vavavoom. Sort of. Vavau. Awa. Let's play with a little dancing. Shall we dance? So, we got up to, the mowers. The mower. Aye! A mower. And it's run over a monkey. I'u-ma'u, i'u-ma'u. And a chicken. Laupule. And the chicken's going, ah! And I quite like the idea of the fa being this. I might use that next time. I don't know how to draw it, but that's okay. Go back to the monkey. Monkey. I'u-ma'u. Laupule. Ah. Fa. Va. Va. Ooh. Awa. Ready to dance? Let's do it, people. No idea where the music is. Let's do it again. If you're not on your feet, get up, get down. Sorry, I thought I would do it earlier in the song. If you don't look stupid, you might not be doing it right. That's sticking better. Brilliant. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got our race car. Where is the race car going? I'll tell you where it's going. It's going to a house. It's even got a house number. It's house number 8A. So I'm going to just going to draw the door. Little 8A. Who lives at number 8A? It's one of those ridiculous little lap dogs. Americans call them a crotch hound. And it's a French poodle named Fafa. I'm going to draw it in pink just to make sure it looks. We want something that Paris Hilton would be pleased to be seen with. You can get a little top knot, little tail with one of those dorky little things, little fuzzy stuff on the feet. I know it looks a little like a sheep, doesn't it? Sorry. My dance is really easy. It's awa for the horn. After we do our va va oo. You know what? I'm going to write va va oo on there. Va va oo. Awa ete. Knocking on ete. And then fa fa. Ooh, little doggy fa fa. Now fa fa is a strange little dog, and to get that pink color, he has to eat certain things. One of them is oleomargarine. If you want to draw yourself a little vat of oleo, he ate something else today. This poor little guy must be feeling terrible. Do you know what an aloe plant is? Also called the burn plant. They're filled with a sort of slimy, snotty stuff. And he ate 2 of those. 2 aloe. That's our next sound. Ete fafa oleo 2 aloe. Now you often see like a greeting card that has a pretty picture of a flower or a plant. This one has a picture of 2 aloe plants. So there's my greeting card. On the left is a picture of 2 aloe plants. And on the right, well, it's a card. It's one of those goodbye cards that people pass around at work. And it's to a woman named Vi, short for Violet. I'm going to draw a little violet to make it easier to remember. And it's saying goodbye. You're going far, Vi. Far. Far. That's far with British rather than American pronunciation. Pretend the R isn't there. Ta fa Vi. And next to this flower, there's another flower. Again, it's easy to link because I draw the flowers right next to each other. And this flower is a lotus. If you don't know what a lotus looks like, it looks exactly like that. Okay, I have no idea what a lotus looks like. Just, if you want to draw a lotus, just do your thing, baby. But see if you can tie it to the violet so that it's easier to remember. And the lotus is held in the mouth of a pig. So I'm drawing myself a pig. And it's a female pig. So I'm drawing teats on it. Because it's a sow. A sow. That is the worst drawing of a pig I ever saw. And that's the second worst drawing of a pig I ever saw. So let's back up a little and just go through the sounds. Laupule, afa, lava, oo, awa, ete, fafa, oleo, tu aloe, ta favai. Actually, I like to write her name in there as well. Ta favai, lota. We don't really say the S. Lota, sao. Listen to it and you'll hear it. Again, there's no correct way to do this. Before I came up with the sow, I had a Savaloy because it heads you in the same direction. So the pig is eating the lotus. The pig also has had a weird little snack and it's feeling a bit low because it's eaten some toner. And I'm using a dotted line to draw a toner cartridge to show that it is low toner. Barry says he visualizes this as a Scotsman leaving his house for his naughty Fifi. Hey Ty, I love it! Go Barry! You are going to have this so nailed. So I'm drawing a toner cartridge and I'm drawing it with a dotted line. You know how if the toner is low in a printer, everything comes out a bit blurry? That's why I'm drawing low toner. Low toner. And the toner is dripping onto something that we will come back to. Let's dance, baby! So, we've got, remember your poulet? Let's go back to the poulet. Chicken. Do your chicken. La poulet. Ah, fa. Because that car can go far. Va, va, ooh. And then you lean on the horn. What noise does it make? Awa, ete, fa, fa. And that little dog ate a couple of weird things. That dog ate olio, tu aloe. They were on the greeting card that said, ta, fa, vai. Next to the violet, a beautiful little lota. Sao, lotana. You know what's coming. Let's dance it. See if we can figure out where the music starts and dance it from there together. Oh, look, that's too late. No, stop, go back. Sorry, I sprung that on you. For a sow, I just act like a pig, like I'm really fat. And low toner, I just kind of look down. And the more you play with it, the more you'll remember, oh yeah, that's the part with the low toner. Now, what is this toner cartridge dripping onto? Oh my goodness, it's gonna ruin it. It's another lawnmower. Oh, ho. Use the same colors as you did before. It'll make it easier to remember. And I'm doing my mower facing that away, just to give us some more page space. Draw a little grass coming out the back. Dun, dun, dun. This time, the mower has done a Van Gogh. It has run over an ear. I think I can get away with that ear because that's how they draw them on The Simpsons. Oh, and because you can't see it, it's too far away. So I'm going to draw an ear, and it's got blood and gush coming out of it. It's like a bad scene from Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. And then we go back into something where you probably don't need each of these sounds because it's probably, or you may at this point, but You won't for long. It's probably already becoming a chunk for you. Ia, ani, a, ni. Oh man, that's a bad knee. Ia, ani, a. This is where it gets grisly. I'm gonna draw my pig again, but this time it's upside down because it's dead. There's my pig, curly tail, feet. Man, if I couldn't draw a pig right side up, I've got no chance with it upside down. It's dead because we're having a luau. Oh yeah, it's like Hawaii. We're kind of pronouncing it Lao because we've been at this luau for a little while, and the Wapatui punch has been flowing, so we can't even say luau anymore. It just kind of comes out as Lao. So there we are at the luau. Who should be the entertainment at this luau? You wouldn't believe it. It's the Foo Fighters. Oh yeah. Draw your guitar. See if you can make it similar to the guitar you drew before. So it's facing in the same direction. I'm drawing my little plate of egg foo young in the middle of that guitar. It's easier to remember if each time you want to draw something to represent foo, if it's facing in the same way. And where is this luau taking place? Oh, I've run out of room. So I'm going to draw this low. It's very low. It's the palais again. And inside it is Princess Leia once again. Whoops, and I just realized I drew it in green the first time, so I'm going to go over that and make it green. The palais is green. So let's just check the sounds. Sao, lotona. It's actually more like there's a little G in there, like lotonga. I also played with drawing a toga and drawing somebody from Tonga. Do whatever works for you. I like the lotona because it gets 3 sounds in one concept. So it's a bigger chunk than if I did low and a toga. That's the only reason. So lotona. And then once again, you have Samoa. Ia, ania, luau, fua, lo pale. How are you going to dance this sucker? It's interesting. I don't worry too much about it because have you noticed that for the first part, Samoa tulai masisi iala, if you notice that that part kind of comes naturally, you don't have to think about it as much. The primacy and recency effect, our brain remembers first things and last things more easily. That's why we tend to struggle a little with the middle bits. This last line is a last bit. So similar to Samoa tulai, it's a little easier to remember. So I find I don't have to work as hard. By the way, I should add, I'm not one of these people with an amazing photographic memory or anything like it. Far from it. I have to use this stuff in order to get by. So I haven't worked as much on the dance for this. If you want to, do it. But it just kind of flows because I just kind of remember it. So here we go. So we've got sao, lotona, dripping onto moa. Ah! Ia, ah! Ia, ah! Remember? So easy. Sao, lotona, Samoa. Ia, ah! Ni, ah! Ni, ah! Now, that's me being a dead pig. You weren't anticipating that this evening, were you? Lao fu a lao pale lea. Let's play with doing that last bit. On your feet, folks. I forgot! Samoa is Dulali again. Sorry, Samoa Dulali. It's just pathetic, isn't it? Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, hang on, let me just get this back. Okay, folks, ready to roll. Barry says he nearly nailed this earlier, except the middle bit, and this has helped him greatly. He's never danced with a computer before. And Susie loves the dead pig. Excellent. Barry, I can't believe you've never danced with a computer. What kind of empty life have you been living? So let's take it from the beginning. We're going to mess this up. I know I will. You probably will too. That's completely fine. Let's take it from the beginning and see how we do. If you find that it works better for you to focus on the images, do that. If you can close your eyes for some of it and remember or look up a bit, that's even better. If you find it helps you to dance, do that. If you want to do both, if you can stand up and still kind of see your images, perfect. So this is the point where it's going to be rough and messy. That's completely fine. That's part of the learning process. So.
Samoa tulani masisi ialafu lawalelea. Samoa tulani masisi ialafu lawalelea. Va'ai su ono aminania ole va'alongalea o Yesu namali Samoa chicken not gonna eat it. How'd you do? Got some homework for you. Actually, it's home play because it's fun. Here's your home play. First of all, play with it. 2 formats. First format for earlier on is listen to a piece of it, sing it back, then listen again. You may have been doing it, listen and then sing it back. I'm just adding an extra step of listen again, because when you do that second listening, you'll hear the mistakes you made and you'll start to correct those, and it'll come really easily. So lots of listen, sing, listen, listen, sing, listen, with just a chunk at a time, not the whole shooting match. So just try the first line. Samoa tulai masisi. Oh, I'm stuck. What was it? The Foo Fighters? And then you listen, you hear, no, iala fua. So listen, sing, listen. Then as you're getting better with it, instead of listening first, try to sing it and then listen to it. So just sing a little chunk and then listen and hear how you did. Then, oops, forgot to add this. Then sing it again. Next, do your hula, your Samoan dance. The more you do that, the more you're embedding learning in a deeper way because you're using more of your senses. So use your hula. As you do this, listen for the nuances because the sounds I've done are very rough. They are not the absolute correct sounds. So listen for the nuances, listen for little corrections, and listen for your successes. Listen for how well you're doing. And absolutely celebrate lots of air punching and aha, and I got it, and phone somebody and tell them, put something on Facebook about it. You need to celebrate your successes, not just because it's fun or because I'm a positive thinking do-gooder, but because it will release chemicals in your brain that make it a whole lot easier for you to learn. If you're freaking out, it's hard to learn. Next, use your subconscious mind. Ooh. Couple ways to do this. One is repetition. I have a playlist that consists solely of the Samoan national anthem 15 times in a row. I put that on while I'm doing kind of mindless stuff. So it's just in the background. I'm not even thinking about it consciously, but it helps. And you can do that while you're doing anything mindless, while you exercise, go for a walk, drive to work, listen to your partner, whatever works for you. It's also very useful, this is a bed, if you listen to it and play with it just before going to bed. Don't do the dance because it might kind of wake you up since it's a bit perky and exercise before bed wakes up your brain. That's not so good. But sing it, go through the pictures, preferably not on your computer screen because that can interfere with sleep as well. But just go through it, sing it, listen to it, look at your pictures. Do that a few times before bed. You might go to bed finding it still in your brain. Good. Because your mind will start to assimilate more of that as you go. Next, this, as any fool can tell, is a... Okay, I don't know if you can see that. This is a picture. That's what you look like. And what you're saying goes back into your brain. So make sure that it's loving. That's a love heart. If you are saying to yourself stuff such as, I'm so stupid, I'll never get this. Oh no, what's going to go on? I won't be able to make it to Wembley. I'm too old to learn this. I'm too young. Whatever's going on. If you're doing that, first of all, you're filling your head with ah instead of with the Samoan national anthem. So that's not good. You're asking your brain to focus on two things at once. Secondly, the way your brain's wired up in evolutionary terms, if there is a threat, something to fear, we focus on that. So if you're walking down the street texting, and if you are, I hate you. If you're walking down the street texting and a car suddenly hits you, you don't keep focusing on the text. You focus on the car. So if you're telling yourself, oh no, I'm not going to make it, you are setting off your brain for the whole fight or flight thing. But when you learn, you might be needing your neocortex. You don't want your brain sucking the oxygen away from your neocortex into the fight or flight part. So be gentle and loving because you are learning genius. You're learning loads of this, and you've done so well with the other anthems. Maori, nailed. Next, and this is entirely optional because this is, certainly the first part is, it's just for me. It's not for you at all. But I'll love you for it. First part is to please give me feedback on Facebook or my email, which is Resli, RESLI, at Costabell, COSTABELL.com. Resli at Costabell.com. About what worked, what didn't work. As I said earlier, this is not the sort of material I normally train at all. It's all personal development stuff I do, not how to learn tangible stuff where there's a correct and incorrect answer. This is really new for me. And spreecasting as well is entirely new. I normally, even when I'm working as a keynote speaker, it's extremely interactive. I'm very involved with the audience. So this is a bit tricky, folks, not to have much feedback. So first optional home play is give me some feedback. Second optional home play is to sign up for my Facebook group. There's no ads or sales or marketing that I put on there ever. It's purely tips and tricks from the world of psychology, cool research, interesting mindsets, things that you can use so that you can apply the art and science of psychology to your everyday life. And that's all the w's.facebook.com/Resley Costabel, R-E-S for sugar, L-I. Cost like price, A like A, bell like ding. So folks, let me check. How are you doing? Could you please type to me? How are you doing in terms of your confidence with the anthem? Great, got it. I'll dream of sows and poodles. Oh, good. Wonderful. Terrific. This has been an interesting challenge for me and huge fun. And whether Samoa or Fiji wins and goes into the semifinals, we will be ready. And what I'm looking forward to is I imagine that the Samoan team and their fans would never think that this mixed hodgepodge of volunteers, mostly monoglot English speakers, could learn their beautiful anthem. And I'd like to show them that we honor them by learning it. Yep, we're going to knock those socks off. Agreed, absolutely. I will put this spreecast up on a link if I can work out how, so that you can view it again later if you wish. Thank you so much. You've been a joy. I will now end the spreecast. Be done.